Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome in. If you haven't been here before, I am Crystal, aka K Fields. I haven't updated y'all, and I was like, I have not updated in 7 days. I need to update. So we are still at the shelter. She gave us to the end of the month. Hopefully she'd give us another week if we needed it. One of the places, they only accept cash because, no disrespect, but they're Hispanic. I live in a Hispanic dominant area, so a lot of these places aren't taking the assistance that I have, or they're not going to work with the program that I am. And it's like, yeah, I do have money saved, but if the program's going to help me, I need them to help me, and I need to save some money for an emergency. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just stressful because it's like it would take all the money I have to move into that place that's right next to the school, and it's perfect, but it would take every dime that I have. And I don't know if it's one of them things where I need to have faith that God will provide and just spend my money and get it, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't know if I should be trying to get into this trailer. Because I'm sorry, also she said they only would take cash. Okay, so is there going to be a lease? Do I get receipts? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know stuff like that, because I mean, granted, I just want to pay rent and, do that. And the lady, it did seem like a good fit, but the fact that they didn't take assistance at all is, if I do run into some problems later, how do I fix it? You know what I'm saying? I would just fall behind. I did finally find a full-time job. Do you hear me? I found a full-time job. It's $1 more an hour. It's guaranteed 37 hours a week. It's at a nursing home. It's a server position, and I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Like, I never thought I'd be waitressing, but waitressing and making $18 is pretty good. That's pretty good money, so I'm taking it. And I'll be off by 7 every night at least if I work those days. I told her, like, it's not that I can't work on the day I have class. I just have to be able to go to work. And she's like, oh, well, they just don't have time management skills. Please don't put me working with these people and I have to go be somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just rather not work Monday nights. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just me being honest. But she wants me to have my schedule open. And I'm like, but an hour before class, I have to get ready for class. You know what I'm saying? I think she emailed me Monday at like 4 or 5. And I was like, I was like, I'm getting ready for class. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting ready for class, but I will do what you need me to do when I get home, when I get out of class. So, yeah, I don't know. I got up this morning because just been kind of stressing. Honestly, I've been up since like 3. Or no, I won't say stressed, because I'm not stressed because I know that God's going to work it out, but I just don't know what's going to happen. Like, we're on the last days. The fact that I got an extra week was a complete blessing, because I had emailed her asking for the discount code to get a hotel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Then she hits me with oh, you have to sit with our banker first. Bitch, I've been dealing with you for 3 months. Why have you not told me this? I should have been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am so confused right now. Why you're just now telling me this, and this the last week? Well, you just have to meet with them, and and I'm like, and then she's not saying he needs my bank statements, he needs my check stubs. She's not saying none of that. She's not saying any of that. None of that. So I emailed her asking it, because I'm like, what do you need? Why does and then I did find out last week that she's pregnant, which I'm like, okay, this is why you're so scatterbrained. I have to be nicer to you because she's so nice and she's such a good person, and I know that I can see why she chose to do this type of work, because she's a good person. She wants to do it. She's just young, and but she still be really quick with shit. Like, with the trailer, she was like, Crystal, we got to make sure they're not bad managers. We're gonna check them thoroughly before we just give them this money, make sure it's not a fake person, since you're not renting from the person. And I'm like, she's like, find out her name. I found out her name. I sent that to her this morning, and I'm just praying, because the trailer, it's the perfect size. You know what I mean? Titan would have his own space. We would have a living room, because the only other option is to move into a 1-bedroom. And Because like I said, yes, I could move into the basement apartment. It's perfect size, you know. Titan can't truly stand up down there, which would kind of suck for him, but you know, it'd be right close to the school. He wanted to live there. I could tell he actually liked it better. But it's still just, you know, living in somebody's basement. And it was close to town, you know, and then it would have been so much easier. I don't know. It's just me thinking, you know, because I've told her I have $1,400 saved, but I really have 24 because I want to be able to have an emergency fund, like, because if anything happens, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think anything's wrong with that, because the more money I have shouldn't be the less help. If you're gonna let me pay the deposit, I have other things that I need to be paying on. You know what I mean? Like because so far they haven't given a fuck. Like, they've had money to help me, but they just don't. I don't know. They don't give a fuck to me. It has to be like in dire need. Like before I got into the shelter, they paid for 3 nights in a hotel. I paid for the other 20. You know what I mean? Like 25 for that month. But you know, I'm not complaining. I'm just taking the time to explain. And my mom used to say that all the time, to not complain. And you know, I'm trying not to. I have competition coming up. I'm of course in school. Luckily, my advisor doesn't give a finnuck. I do need to check on that stuff this afternoon, this week. Make sure I'm all caught up with the things I need to be caught up on. She just doesn't care. She's giving me grace, is what she's giving me. She doesn't know what I'm going through, but she sees that I'm trying to build something. And you know, I don't know. I haven't sent that to Jasmine, my FOC project. I haven't told her anything about it, actually, but I should, because I know that the United Way does grants and stuff like that too. So maybe God is wanting me to speak out on that, because it's like I've seen other places for a little bit more, and I'm like, well, maybe if I could explain to them that I really plan on, you know, trying to get help with this, you know what I mean, with my project, or they're paying me to rent a space on my property, you know, like there's ways I can do it, but I don't know. I'm not gonna stress the details. I just kind of got up because I was like, I'm gonna go to Walmart and grab me a salad this morning because we're out of salad mix, and I didn't make me any protein last night. I'm gonna get me a frozen thing. The temp agency is crazy. There's only like 3 or 5 of us, maybe 6 in there from the temp agency. It's pretty crazy. It's very crazy, actually. I don't understand why they're saying that it's just slow right now, but we pretty much stayed busy all day. And what's her name had told me at one point in time that it's because they know if there's a lot of people there that will finish it quick, but they have to make sure they leave some for second shift for the people who actually, you know, are on roll call or whatever. But they didn't really have a lot of people either. I did not go to the little dating thing. I'm not ready to date. I had told myself if I'm still homeless, I'm not going. So I just didn't go. Like, plus I am seeking God this year. And I feel like God took my son, my son Bone Crusher, my dog, away from me because I need to focus on my son, my actual human son. You know what I mean? Not that I just gave my dog all the attention, but I think it's just a way of saying that I need to focus on Titan. This is my last year with my baby. This is my last year with him. Or it's about to be 1.5 years, we'll say, because he'll end up going to the Air Force or the Air Force Academy, you know, and we're trying to get him into the academy, and he needs to apply for that shit. It just opened, I forgot. But yeah, we're trying to get him where he's going to go, and he'll be gone, and this is our last 1.5 years together, and I want to make it as easy for Titan as possible because he's my baby, and I don't know, I want to be able to spend time with him, and you know, this last year not be okay, I'm about to go see my boyfriend. And even if Titan still sits in his room and play his game, I just want it to just be me and him, you know what I mean? Like, I had felt already for a long time that I haven't had any more kids because I love kids. I haven't had any more kids because God wants me to focus on Titan, you know what I mean? And I just think that's just what this is, you know? Like, he took our dogs away. That was not just it wasn't a distraction. It was just something else to take care of for both of us, you know what I mean? And he needs to learn how to take care of himself better, and I need to learn how to take care of myself and teach him more things that he needs to know that he's going to be needing next year. Like last year, he had spent the whole year learning to do laundry. He was my laundry man. He did laundry all the time, and he would do it and have that shit done. He didn't fold. We haven't got there yet, but you know, I've showed him when he was younger, but he just, it's one of them, he's aggravated, he don't want to do it, he don't remember it type shit, you know? So trying to get him to do something like that is always, I don't remember what you said to do or whatever. Like I said, I don't know what Guy's gonna do, but he's gonna do it, because the blessing is that I haven't burnt my bridge here at the shelter, so they may possibly just go ahead and give us another week. They may possibly just do that. Like, just, oh, okay, Crystal, one more week, because we still are actively seeking a place. It's just all this bullshit, but it's like, it just pisses me off that Jasmine knows that, or somewhere she knew that I had to see the banker. You know what I mean? She already knew. She should have emailed me all this shit yesterday, and I'm just thinking, why haven't you already told me this shit? I mean, she did describe it as if it was just going to be like a brief interaction, sit down with them, budget and stuff, but she's not saying what does he need. Like, what's you know, like, it just doesn't make any sense. But maybe it's a quicker transaction than I think, and hopefully the lady's like saying that she's waiting for my approval. I think that's why she hasn't met with me yet, because it seems kind of sketchy, but maybe she hasn't met with me because I haven't really been fully approved. But I don't know, girl. I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm tired of not being in my own room, waking up in my own room, in my own bed. I'm tired of having to answer to people and explain shit. Last week's meeting was a shit show. I think I posted about that. I think no, I don't think I did post about that. My FBLA meeting. I did think to myself, I'm like, they have got a whole, I was like, the whole beginning of the meeting is about me. Then I'm looking closely and I'm like, she didn't even let me talk in the meeting, you know? Come to find out, the partner that I had been working with has just been on this weird low, hasn't had time to do our actual project, but has had time to become my fucking partner. And I'm just like, or become the vice president, and I'm supposed to be sharing vice president with her, and it's like 2 months of the semester left of the whole year, or I present in 30 days. I already made my presentation. I'm not putting her in it because we need to focus on who's actually been here. Like, it's just sad as fuck to me. Like, she's just been a snake in the grass, you know, and it just shows me that people don't be wanting the best for you. They really don't. They really don't. Like, and she apologized to me yesterday, but then when I told her, I was like, it's just not gonna work. She was like, well, I guess you should keep it because you know more of the information. Thank you for admitting that you haven't done anything. She hasn't done anything in this fucking project, but has came at me and treated me and been rude as fuck to me. She bailed on me, I bailed on her one time, or what, we had a miscommunication one time, and she fusses me out. But she was leaving me hanging. I'm calling her. Oh, I don't have time to do that right now. Okay. When do we actually... She was more worried about everything else. Because even the conversation that we did talk to on the phone was, well, what are you going to wear? I just think that's weird. No, and then ChatGPT said I'm hyper aware because I'm watching videos on YouTube about how to spot fakeness and fakeness in people. I'm sorry, I've had to, because I feel like you can't tell. But that's one of the things that you can tell from a jealous friend. What are you gonna wear? Why are you worried about what I'm gonna wear? But we haven't even worked on the fucking project yet. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, this is shit that should be done later. Like, she's just focused on everything else. It's just insecurity at its best. But I don't know. I'm tired of being at this homeless shelter. All the homeless people, they always want you to help them and shit, and it's just exhausting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you try and you try to just be the best person you can and to take care of yourself, and you know what I mean? Just at least do that much. But you get these people who expect you to help them because, I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's fucking weird. But I've updated y'all. Things are going good. Still going to church. Get to volunteer today. Yeah. But I'm gonna go because people are watching me, so I feel awkward.